This is the plaintiff, Elizabeth Callan. She says the defendant changed her tire after she had a blowout and didn't attach the spare correctly, and she could have been killed. He ended up ruining her whole rim by over-tightening the lug nuts, causing them to mushroom. Thank God the bolts didn't shear off, causing an accident. Bottom line, her car's now damaged to the tune of $1,117. The defendant owes, so she's suing. This is the defendant, Alan Futterman. He says the plaintiff had a blowout and basically drove on her rim until she was able to pull off the road. There's no way his guy over-tightened her lug nuts, as she's claiming, because they use a pneumatic lug nut drill, which does not have the power to mushroom lug nuts, as she's claiming. Bottom line, his guys change about 5,000 tires a year. Have been doing it for 15 years. And if you add that all up, it comes out to 75,000 successful tire changes. Thank you very much. He's accused of being flat.
Elizabeth Callan?
Yes.
You are suing Papalock. I love that name. Represented by Alan Futterman. Yes. You're the owner?
Yes.
Is this a franchise or are you the only one?
It's a franchise.
It's a franchise. What a great name. For $1,117 in parts, labor, and new tire and sales tax, because according to you, when they did some roadside service for you, they ruined your car. Tell me what happened.
When I realized the car sounded funny, I pulled into the nearest
So you're driving down the road.
Driving down the road.
Are you on a highway or a street?
No, it was Belmore Avenue.
Okay.
And I pulled into the nearest gas station and realized the tire was flat. So I called the direct service, you know, like an AA, and they sent Papalock to the rescue. Papalock. He came. He took off the tire, which wasn't too bad.
Who's he? Is the person who did the actual work here? Okay. Will you come on up?
Sure.
I'm probably going to be asking you questions. Go ahead.
He doesn't even look like the guy that came, but anyway.
Okay.
I had a ponytail. I donated.
You donated the ponytail? Go ahead.
When he opened the trunk, he took out the donut that they placed onto the car.
Okay.
And it took him quite a while.
The donut being the spare tire?
The spare tire. He
Right.
put it on, and he was drilling and drilling. It took him quite long. My son and I just looked at each other. But anyway, it was a while before he put the tire on. And then I left. So I drove straight to the next town to Goodyear Service. And when the guy came out, he took my car in. They put it up on the lift. And
how far was the next town when you say that? Like, how long did you drive on the
It's a couple of miles, at least a couple of miles.
What's a couple of miles? I don't know if that's 200 or 200. I don't know what that is.
I don't
Roughly.
know. Roughly.
How long did it take you to get there?
Maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
So I have
15
an
minutes. And they brought the car in, and I'm waiting in that waiting room. And I noticed all the mechanics were around this car when it's up on the lift. The manager came out and said to me, "You're lucky that you didn't get killed because that tire was not securely on, because all the lug nuts were smashed," which I have the parts with me.
Okay.
And he ruined the studs. When he drilled into these lug nuts, he stripped the studs that come out of the wheel and ruined the hub. P.S. $1,117 later, when he gives me this bill, I almost died because I didn't realize how much could a flat cost you on, you know. And that was it.
From what I understand, it also had to do with the fact that it was Saturday night on a Labor Day weekend.
Right, it was.
So the options, if you wanted to drive away, were somewhat limited.
Right, he would not.
So he had to replace what?
He had to replace the hub, which comes with the stud, and new lug nuts in order, because he wouldn't let me drive out, because the way I drove in, I could have caused an accident. We could have got killed. I mean, this thing was barely hanging on the wheel.
Do you have pictures of how badly it was on there?
Well, he was telling me. I'm not.
The answer is no, right?
Yes.
No. Okay. And then but you do have a statement from the Goodyear employee.
Yes, I do, notarized,
okay.
And I have the parts, and I have the lug nuts showing how he mushroomed them, and they're actually squashed.
Okay. May I see the lug nuts, and may I see the paperwork from Goodyear? And may I talk to you? What's your name?
Tony.
Tony. Okay. Talk to me. You get the call, and you go out there.
When I arrived there, the tire was so shredded, she must have drove for miles on this tire. There was her son was there. They attempted to take the tire themselves.
The son was there.
They couldn't get the tire off. The jack was under the car. I jacked up the car, put the spare on, and watched it drive away.
Okay.
That was it.
What are these?
Lug nuts.
Lug nuts, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are the lug nuts the ones that were on the tire, or did you put the lug nuts on them?
They were on.
They were on. Did you provide any lug nuts?
Nope.
Oh, my goodness.
When he arrived, first of all, let me just say that her son was attempting to change the tire
Okay.
when Tony arrived, and he was struggling with it.
Okay.
In the past, we change 3,000 to 4,000 tires a year. A lot of times we come upon a customer attempting to change the tire themselves. They're not
okay,
knowledgeable.
but that wouldn't have anything to do with this.
Yes,
Why?
it will.
No.
If he used the wrong size four-way, which is the lug nut wrench, he would do just that to it. It would strip the lug nut.
Okay, well, how far had the son gotten in attempting to change a tire? Had he been able to get the tire
No.
off or not?
No.
No, so he hadn't even gotten that far?
No.
How
the
far
jack
had
was
he
under
gotten?
the jack wasn't even working properly. They couldn't get the car.
Okay, so he
car
had
apart
not
enough.
then taken a four-way and done blah, 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 because the jack wasn't even under the car.
The
Right.
jack was under the car.
No,
Okay,
it wasn't.
okay,
Hold on, ma'am.
just a
Hold
second,
on,
ma'am.
please.
Was the jack under, was this guy changing the tire or wasn't he? One thing, I can attempt to change a tire by taking my first step. I'm
I
on my
didn't
way
see
to
him
do it.
actually doing it.
Right.
The jack was under the car, which
But according to you, he couldn't even get the jack under the car, right?
Right.
So the part about twisting these he never probably did that, right?
I didn't do it either.
No, that's fine, and we're going to get to that in a second. What I'm asking you is please don't ask me to believe he did it if he wasn't at that stage, right?
I didn't see him do it, no.
Okay, now, what I want to know is the lug nuts that come with the spare, and forgive my ignorance, are they, does the spare come with lug nuts?
No.
Okay.
The lug nuts
Can
that
I
are
ask
on-
that guy,
Oh,
though?
I'm sorry.
I know you own the company, but
No, I just put the same
the
lug nuts
ones
back
that
on.
are on
Right.
the regular tire that
Right.
is being removed. Is that protocol? Is that how it's always done?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason I ask that is, have you had a chance to see what Goodyear wrote or no?
No.
Okay.
not.
Let me read to you. On September 3rd, plaintiff came to my parking lot for a tire repair. I noticed there was a clunking noise coming from her car as she approached a garage bay. I went out to see how I could help her. As we were bringing her car into the building, I confirmed what the noise was. The right rear well was not properly mounted onto the vehicle. When the car was raised with the lift to chest level height, I further inspected what the problem was. I noticed that 4 out of the 5 lug nuts had mushroomed onto the factory steel spare rim, damaging the studs on the hub bearing assembly. The vehicle came with aluminum rims and was obvious these lug nuts should not have been used for steel wheels. In my professional opinion, the improper mounting of the spare and the damage caused to the hub bearing was due to installation performed that day. Because of the time of day, we had to, in order to acquire the necessary parts so she could drive away, our options were limited, but we did, and she left that night. Let me just ask you a question. Talk to me about what he says here, that the vehicle came with aluminum rims and these lug nuts should not have been used for steel wheels.
That should make no difference.
Okay. What's your theory on how that... have you guys seen this? Because you probably haven't even seen this, right?
No, we haven't seen them.
There's no way he did that. The gun would never do that.
Okay, but so let me talk to you first, Tony, right?
Yeah.
How did that happen? Because it happened because I'm looking at it. So
I have no idea.
No, but do you have a theory I can hang my hat on how it happened other than you over-tightening it or something?
So, you know what the plaintiff did in this case, brought in the lug nut, has an expert letter. Is that enough to win the case? What do you think?
Oh, most definitely enough to win that case.
I mean, especially because the defendant doesn't have a theory on how it happened. I mean, if it falls apart, kind of feels like it's not the right lug nut, right?
That's true.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I just spoke for everybody. Going inside the courtroom.
It's such a simple procedure, changing a tire. You can't tie it up too tight.
I
You know?
hear that. Now my question is, so what happened to that?
I have no idea.
You have no theory?
No.
Okay, let me hear from you.
Driving on the rim would cause that.
Okay.
When she got the flat tire, if she drove an extended time,
Yeah, but wouldn't he know that when he's changing? Wouldn't he see that they're all twisted and ripped apart? Why would he put them on?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
would know
that's-
that.
that's
so
true.
So you keep
That's
giving me
true.
theories that
Okay.
aren't based in fact.
No,
like the
that-
son
I-
wasn't changing the tire and he would have noticed that and he didn't. So I'm starting to not trust your theories. I don't know. Sometimes.
Who'd say that Goodyear didn't do it?
Oh, that sounds like a good one. Let's try that one. All right. So
I
who
didn't.
says that Goodyear didn't do it? All right. So how would Goodyear do it? How would Goodyear over-tighten them when they're
They have the impact guns.
Uh-huh.
They could tighten it up too tight.
Okay.
The gun that I have is just an 18-volt battery operated
Except for,
gun.
you know, the problem happened first, and then they put on the tire. They lift the car, they put it on a lift, and then they're taking the lug nuts off, and they immediately call her to show her the damage to them.
Oh, I don't.
I don't know either. Why would they have to pay for your new tire? You had a flat tire anyway.
I was willing to pay for the tire, Your Honor.
Yeah, but you're suing for it. I don't want to hear what you were willing to do. You did.
Well, you know,
you threw it in your lawsuit, and I'm wondering why.
Because he gave me such a hard time. They had a justice speak to them. He didn't want nothing to do with it. All he kept saying is, I ruined the rim. My rim was not damaged at all.
All righty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to deduct the cost of a new tire and my estimated labor and sales tax on that because it's not itemized in the bill from your lawsuit. I find in your favor, and I order the defendants to pay you the remaining amount, which in my estimation is $742. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Well, something obviously happened between the time you changed his tire and she got over there to Goodyear. And so the judge finds that it's your fault.
Well, we changed lots of tires, and 60, 70,000 tires later, this is the first time we're being sued.
Well,
and,
it happens.
It does happen, but I think something happened in between that we just can't prove.
Yeah, so what happened?
We don't know. We don't know. Like I said, the son was there attempting to change the tire.
What about that funky spare? Could that have had something to do with it, those funky temporary spares?
No, apparently the spare was in good shape. So.
All right, you just head right around the corner. Well, they lose the case and you win it. Step right in here. You didn't get the price of the new tire, though.
That's okay.
Yeah?
It's the parts that I were really concerned about. That was the biggie.
Mm-hmm. Why'd you throw in the price of the new tire, too? You wanted to stick it to him?
Yeah, all the aggravation he gave me, I figured,
Right.
you know. But I'm very happy with the decision.
Well, if they did it, how did you manage to drive over to Goodyear without...
Well, the tire was, the donut was on, and he gave me the go to go. And good thing it wasn't that far. I didn't know that the tire was going to fall off.
Harvey?
So, you know, expert testimony is just critical in cases like this, and the plaintiff was really smart to get that letter, and the letter is why the plaintiff won. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.